we go. So tell me what's been going on for the last couple days. I know you mentioned something about your hip.
Yeah, that's been kind of a minor thing. There's been a lot of fear the
Oh,
past couple nights at nighttime. I had a break 2 nights ago. Last night it kind of ramped up again. Sunday, Monday were really intense for me for some reason.
hmm.
I just like hyperventilated the whole most of the night. So when I would wake up, I just would just body tingling, feeling cold, contractions,
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff, and that affects me more honestly than like maybe physical pain, because obviously
yeah,
you can just slap some you know something on it to relieve it for the time being, but the psychological and the emotions and all that stuff has been challenging, especially when I feel tired
yeah,
and just don't have motivation, honestly.
yeah,
Um, so, but I've been inviting Mary Magdalene in um, every day and talking to her out loud. And ever since that came through, it really opened me up to talk more out loud and trust what comes,
yeah,
and not judge it and what have you. And that's it's been really helpful because I used to do that years ago, and I didn't feel as alone.
yeah,
And I was by myself like most of the time when I wasn't married, and so it's just interesting to bring that energy back and to uh, yeah, just look at those judgments and um, really see and feel that they're always there, and I could always depend on them,
yeah,
because they always point back to me, um, the love that I am, and there's no person in this world that's able to provide that. They can reflect that back to me, but right now in my journey, it's really going inward and looking at these endings. There's a lot of endings in my life the past couple months, and so yeah, I don't know what's going on, but just do my best to allowing and feeling the emotion and not doing a spiritual bypass, but really giving it space to be with it, see it as a friend, talk to it, and that's been really helpful as well.
yeah.
So this hyperventilation thing, just to let you know, this has been going on for, I would say probably maybe 6 months or
Yeah.
so, and it feels like it's anxiety that triggers. I use a CPAP machine at night, and
Uh-huh.
so it activates the machine to breathe more for me, give me more breath. But everything on that end is doctors say it looks normal and all that. So it kind of feels like this is for me to. There's nothing more they can really do. It's really
Yeah.
up to me and being present and breathing and really looking at this fear, which I don't know. I don't know what this could be and all that. So.
Okay. So why don't we work on that? It feels to me like it's multi-layered, so one session might not take care of it, but we can certainly begin to explore it and see what is triggering it. So, are there memories or anything associated with it that play out while that's occurring?
Um, Only the time when I the original when I broke my neck when I was 13, and the whole
Yeah,
thing about breathing and that affected my breathing. But I don't
yeah.
really remember anything um, before that in this life that triggers a memory when it's happening.
Okay. So my sense is that the deepest part of it is around your accident. That's my sense. And so where in your body do you feel it when that occurs? Is it in your gut or where are you where are you noticing it the most? I understand it's the breathing, but if you tune into your body, do you know where it is? Diaphragm? I mean, just
Yeah, it seems like it's from the diaphragm and the chest.
uh-huh,
Um, feels like the diaphragm there's fear,
uh-huh.
um, and it's always the thought that if I really allow this, embrace it, be with it, especially when I'm lying down, that the contraction's gonna squeeze all the air out, and then
Yeah, yeah,
and so that's the only thing that is in my mind at that moment.
yeah,
Um, so
yeah. I'm getting an initial and then it's got stuck. And because of the accident, there is death here. So the feeling that you were going to die, there was a real that it feels to me like the deepest fear is death. And so,
y-
and not surprisingly so, right? That wouldn't be a major revelation, but that's what it feels like. Death got caught in this. And because breath is the last thing to go, so we have, of the elements, the last thing to go out of the body for death is breath, air. So it's not surprising that it's here. And so I'm going to put you in a mild state of, I'm going to do alchemical alignment today. And so it's a kind of a slow process, but it's an amazing process. So I'm going to put you in a mild altered state of relaxation. And then, but first I'm going to arrive at your place. Is that okay?
yes.
Okay. And what side would you like me on?
Um, either side is fine
Okay.
as long as it's in the front.
I,
Yeah.
so when I arrive, I'm invisible, but you can feel me there. But you good. That's wonderful. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come first. I'm going to arrive about 3, 4 feet away, and then I'm going to put you in a mild altered state. And once I do that, then we're going to work with this with the diaphragm. I'm going to put one hand on your diaphragm. Actually, I'll see once I arrive where, but it feels to me like it's the diaphragm to start with. Okay. So I'm just going to arrive first. So I'm in the room. That'll always help. And I'm just going to arrive on your right side is what's calling me for some reason. So I'll be on your right side. And I'm just going to sense to see if your body's okay with me. I don't want to rush toward your body. It's had enough trauma. Just respecting it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting any pushback, so I'm just going to come a little bit closer, about 3 feet away. Okay, body wants me to wait. So while I stand here, I'm going to put you in an altered state, then I'll come closer. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is notice yourself in the chair, however you have sensation. Notice that your body is being supported by the chair, that the chair reaches up and connects with your body, and your body's fluid, and the chair is firm, and there's a meeting place for that. And that beneath the chair, there is the floor, and the floor is solid, not moving, solid. And then reaching down with your mind down to the foundations of the building. Notice how solid they are. And they're supporting the floor solid. And then reaching down a little bit more, you can feel the earth. With your mind, you can reach down into the earth. Your body knows it's there. And Mother Earth is solid. We don't go spinning off into space, but we're supported no matter where we are in our body and on the earth. The earth embraces us. So there's the earth, the foundation, the floor, and the chair here. And in your mind's eye, and your notice where the sun rises and where the sun sets. Notice where there is south and where there is north. And notice that it is today, Thursday, the 25th of April, and you are located in this place in time and geographical space and in this dimension, this third dimension. And it's from this place, this deep location in the third dimension, in this earth plane that we live. And it is from here, Adam, that you can go anywhere, anytime, any space, any dimension. And so we begin here and now. And I'm now just going to come a little bit closer. And I don't have to call them in. They're already here. Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary are automatically come. So beautiful. Mm. And a white goose is here. And of course, Michael is behind you. He's standing behind you. You are surrounded with support. And I call in any ancestors that want to be here to help and support this healing. Mm. And is there any spirit you would like to call in, Adam?
No.
Okay. They will start arriving if they're needed, by the way. I'll let you know when others arrive, all right? And so they're here, and I'm being directed to put my hand. I'm going to come closer if that's okay. I'm going to be right next to you on the right side. And what I'd like to do is put one hand on your diaphragm in the front. So just below your sternum, just a little bit lower to your sternum, kind of in your third chakra area. Just above your belly button is where I have my hand. And I'm just going to place it there, offering support, not pushing, not pulling, just offering support. And I'm going to offer support. I'm just listening for where I need to be. So I'm going to start with a hand on your back where your diaphragm is. So I'm going to like sandwich in a sense, my hand in the front and my hand in the back. Just offering support. And the way this works is we're just going to feel into your body because something needs to be released here and it's deeply, deeply frozen. It was so overwhelming, your accident, and so frightening that your body could not process this. And so a big chunk of it is being held here. And so we're just going to support it and just allow your body to release anything that it wants to release. And this kind of healing work goes a little slow, and it's dependent on you to give me as much feedback or noticing in your body. So I want your attention to come to this place in your body. And if you have images or sensations in your body, I would like you to tell me, okay?
Okay.
So, what are you noticing in your body?
In my chest, Um, I sense that it's hard to breathe, shallow breathing,
Yeah,
out of breath.
yeah,
It hurts
yeah. And so,
and it feels tight.
yeah, good. And so I have my hand, I'm going to put my hand to the upper heart so that the in the front rather than in the back to allow an energy to flow from um, just below your sternum is where my hand is in your central channel, and then I have my hand in your diaphragm. Okay, is that all right with you?
Yeah, I'm just getting the image of my throat being slit,
Yeah.
and it's like the mind doing tricks where it's like,
No, it's past life stuff. So stuff is going to start opening up, and trust the images you see.
thank you.
Body's telling us something. So I'm going to say to this past life where your throat was slit, I'm going to say, I ask you, I have created a bubble, a very, very beautiful glass bubble, and I ask this life to go in this bubble in your field, and I will, and I'm saying to the, and I say to this glass bubble, and any past lives that have to do with the neck and disabling the neck and dying from the neck. There are 3 here. I'm asking you to go in the glass bubble today, and we will work on you in another time. So I ask you to go in the glass bubble so that you're not in the field with Adam. And I ask you to stay there until we are ready to work on you. And so it is. Okay. My hands are hot, so they are transmitting a lot of energy. There's a lot of freeze here. So, wow, your body is taking in the energy. Not always will a body that's frozen take in energy. So I can tell you, trust me. So thank you. And we're just going to allow this energy to go into the chest and into the diaphragm and just act like a soothing force. It's just allowing your body to feel safe and to be cared for. And I'm not asking it to do anything, but just be. And I'm just giving it some soothing energy. Mm. And what are you noticing?
The fear of my neck being slit is not there.
Yeah.
I feel warmth in my belly
Mm-hmm.
and in the back as well.
Yeah. And I'm just offering energy to your chest and to your belly, allowing your body to take whatever it needs. Your body is so smart. It knows exactly what it needs. Your Mother Mary is sitting at your feet. And Mary Magdalene is to your left. Michael's at the back. Goodness. Do you know the goddess Kali?
Say that again.
Do you know of the goddess Kali? Kali? Kali?
Kali?
Uh-huh.
No.
She's arrived. She is a she is from India. She's all black. She has multiple arms, and she brings death and she brings life. And so she's standing at your right. She's very fierce. And fierce not in that she'll kill you, but fierce in that she is bringing you that fierceness of the struggle between life and death. And she's bringing that into the field. Hmm. And I will send you a picture of Cully when in a text after we're all done. I'll send you a picture of her. She's amazing. She's one of my favorites. I am seeing a snake coiled in your belly. It's like coiled around, like, um, yeah. Uh,
It's interesting because there is a tremendous amount of fear for me around snakes.
yeah. Well, this snake came in at a time at the accident when you were so terrified, and it came in as support. Mm. It's helping to contain the fear, but you need to release the fear, not contain it, okay? So I'm just gonna talk to the snake. Okay. It's a she. So I'm just trying to get a sense of her name. Do you know her name? What name comes to you? First name, doesn't matter.
Serena.
Serena. Okay. So Serena, yeah, she came in the accident. It's real clear. So we're going to ask Serena. I'd like you to tell Serena, thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming, Serena.
Yeah. I was so afraid of death that I was thankful for you to come and hold the fear.
I was so afraid of death. I thank you and I'm grateful for you to be there to hold this fear
Yeah.
when I injured my neck.
Yeah. So do you want her to, are you ready to release her?
Yes.
Okay. Let me talk to Serena, okay? So Serena, you have been such a wonderful warrior for Adam. Mm. And now it's time. Adam is awakening, and Adam can hold his own fear and needs to release it. And because you hold it, it's hard for him to release it. So, Serena, it's time for you to go back to your own people, back to your own spiritual path with such gratitude from Adam. And so, Serena, I ask that you leave Adam's body and go toward the portal. There's a portal. Just look and see where the portal is. I have two spirit guides to help. And what are you noticing about Serena? Do you hear any message yourself, Adam, inside yourself? Whatever comes, don't discount it, just whatever comes.
I hate you.
Yeah. So can you say to Serena, I hate the fear you hold,
Serena, I hate the fear that you hold,
but I honor you for holding it,
but I honor you for holding it.
and I release you.
I release you.
It's time for me to let go of the fear.
It is time now to let go of the fear.
Yeah, I am awakening
I am awakening
and will release the fear
and will release the fear
as my body is ready to release it.
as my body is ready to release it.
Okay. Okay. And so, Serena, it's time to go and take everything with you, all that you have brought, all that you have held. I ask for you to take it with you on your journey. And I have my spirit guides. Just notice they are here. Just they have two arms outstretched. You can just wrap yourself around their two arms and walk with them into the portal. And it's okay. And at your pace, Serena. We're not pushing or pulling you, we're just offering you support. All right. I'm just waiting for her to completely leave. Hmm. She's telling me that you were in one lifetime thrown into a pit with snakes. So your fear is justified with snakes. So I ask that the lifetime with all the snakes, all those memories, Serena, please take them with you. And that they return to the time when Adam was in a pit of snakes. Looks to me like Roman times is what it is. And I ask you to return that fear and that memory to the time that it belongs. I have an owl that's going to take it with him and take that memory and that energy back in the timeline. Thank you, Serena, for the hint. Appreciate it. Okay, now she can leave. She needed to deliver that message also. And so now she is going through the portal, and I'm just waiting to get the signal from my guide that she's gone through. Okay, it's done. And so I'm here, and you are here now, you and I, in this time, in this place, in this dimension. I have my hand on your belly, and I have my hand on your upper chest, just offering support, offering energy to your body. And what are you noticing?
My chest is getting warmer, but it still it hurts and it burns.
Yeah. And so I'm going to ask the energetic movement to slow down and slow down. There's something being released because I can feel the vagus nerve releasing some, and there's some gurgling in my belly. So I know something's happening over there. We are not asking the fear to leave all at once. We're just offering support to each layer as it leaves, okay? This is a deep, deep fear. And so we are not asking the body to rip it out. We're just offering support to the body at its own pace. Mm. And Mary Magdalene is here, and Mother Mary is here. Archangel Michael is here. And as the body releases, you may feel like you have tears, or you may feel like you have to burp or fart or whatever. The body has different ways of releasing. So you feel like you have to scream, you can scream. Whatever the body is leading you to do, you feel permission that that's part of what this is. You had a lot of things happen at a young age, so some ways of releasing were shut down for you. I'm so sorry. And so, yeah, there we go. Yeah, the body knows exactly what to do. And so we're offering it support. At the time of your accident, you were so overwhelmed, your body had to hold all this. It has such wisdom. It has such wisdom. And now it can rest. It has all the support it needs to release what it's ready to release. Not any more, not any less, just allowing. I'm feeling something in my right jaw. I don't know what that means, but I'm feeling like a tension in the right jaw. I'm feeling warmth. I'm feeling like the warmth is beginning to penetrate some. I feel like the body was holding a jolt upwards, not just a startle. So there's something about a jerk upward. I don't know if that's true for you, but that's what I'm sensing. That some at the time of the accident, your whole body jerked upward. Like there was a momentum to the accident that moved your, where's it coming from? It's coming from, mm, just above the hips. There's like a movement upwards that then was held. And the next reaction is, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Ah, some warmth dropping into the belly, to the lower belly. That's what I'm sensing.
Somewhat, I'm sorry.
I'm sensing there's some energy dropping into the lower belly. It's not staying there, just kind of dropping, but I can feel it starting to drop a little. And what are you noticing in your body, Adam?
My chest is still burning a little bit.
Yeah,
It's hard to breathe in my chest.
yeah.
Feels warm in my belly and my back.
You have a big freeze sitting in your chest. Freeze means that you had to contain it deeply and not feel it. And so it'll go through stages of warming. As much as we can do today, it'll warm, but it will release some. I'm not sure how much we'll be able to release, but this is so deeply held. So that's why it's so scary. Yeah. Mm. Did you knock your chin or your face on something? I'm feeling like it's in the chin. You probably don't remember, but it feels like something got knocked in the chin.
Is it
No.
showing you around a certain age or?
Well, this feels all the accident, but it may not be. But I'm getting something in the chin, like you. I'm seeing you knocked it against something, like it was part of the. It was part of a momentum.
When I went down, no one saw what happened when I fell off my bicycle, but I think when I was falling down, I went like this. I hyperextended my neck.
Yeah, but there's also something about the hyperextension came from also knocking against something and then being thrown back. Does that make sense? That's what I'm sensing in my body. Um,
It could be the ground, the grass that I fell on.
yeah, there's something about hitting and then your head whipping back.
Hmm.
Because I'm getting something in my chin. Now, as I say that, it's getting better. And we're so grateful for the wisdom of the body. It has held what could not be taken in because of the enormity of the accident for you. And so we're just respecting and holding the body where it is. And whatever the body wants to release, it will. There's such a wisdom. And what are you noticing in your body, Anna?
The burning in my chest is a little less, more,
Yeah,
and just feeling more softness
yeah,
throughout my body.
yeah. And we give your body all the time it needs to release this. It has the time for forever time. We sit outside of time with this work, and so it has all the time it needs to release. We're in no hurry. We have all the time you need. Mm. Some warmth is dropping down into the lower belly. It kind of drops down and then it comes back up. It's like it can't sustain it, but it every once in a while drops down. Mhm. And so the fear that's in the body, I say we are not pushing you out. We are just offering a way to feel supported. And when you're ready to release it, we respect the holding as a wisdom. There's such a wisdom in your body. It's been a lot to hold. Your body's been holding a lot. Yeah, yeah. And it's been holding it for so long with amazing courage.
How long has it been holding on for?
Well, this is since the accident. The first layer of this is coming out of the accident, the deepest one. There's other layers to this, but this is the layer that's most present at the moment. I can only imagine what it was like and how scary it was and how much it was to hold for just a 13-year-old. It was a lot. It was a lot. Most 13-year-olds don't have to face death. It was a lot. And your body stepped up to hold it so you could live and not step into death. And I'm saying to your body, what an amazing job it's been doing. So amazing. You really kept Adam alive. So amazing. And so courageous. But you don't have to hold it anymore. Yeah, yeah. You can rest. You can rest. It's safe to release what you can, what you feel safe to release. It's okay. Yeah. Hmm. We hold this 13-year-old that was so scared and stepping into death. And we just hold this 13-year-old in love and support, with tenderness and love. My Mother Mary's looking up at you and saying, I am here. I am here. Let me take some of this from your body. Let me just hold it for you. You do not have to hold it, all of this anymore. Yeah. Good. Perfect. Yeah. Just it's releasing. Yeah. And she has her hands that she's just outstretched. And she'll take whatever your body wants to give her. Not any more and not any less. Just the right amount. And the body has been so valiant, hasn't it? Holding all this so you could live. Holding all of this death so you can live. Yeah. Oh. It was a lot for a 13-year-old. It was so much. Not many 13-year-olds have to hold death. And look at what a good job you did. Amazing. Your body just done such an amazing job. But it doesn't have to hold death. It can hold life. Yeah.
Yes.
Hold life.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I desire.
Yeah. And so the body can only release as much as it can and at the pace it can. So we're just going to honor the body, releasing death as it can. No rush. We have all the time you need. We sit outside of space and time. You have all the time you need. Yeah, no rush. I just want to honor what the body has done. So amazing your body is. And I'm getting the words, Adam, it's not your fault. It is not your fault. It's not your fault. Oh, it's not your fault. You're not being punished. The accident was an act of love, part of your life path. It's shaping you into the man that you are, seeking awakening. Yeah. Yeah, it's not your fault. It's part of your life path. Yeah. You don't have to hold it as a punishment. Can you say out loud, it is not my fault?
It is not my fault.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is not my fault.
Yeah, it's not my fault.
It is not my fault.
Yeah, keep saying it because it's going to help you release something. It's not my fault.
It is not my fault.
Yeah,
It is not your fault, Adam.
yeah,
I love you.
yeah. It is not a punishment.
It is not a punishment.
Yeah, it's not a punishment.
It is not a punishment. You did nothing wrong.
Yeah, it is a grace.
It is a grace.
Yeah, it is a grace.
It is a grace.
It is a grace.
It is a grace.
Yeah. And the words that I'm getting, you don't have to say these, but I want to say these to you. It is like Jesus hanging on the cross was a grace. It was like Jesus hanging on the cross. It was a grace. It wasn't a punishment. It was a grace. It was part of his awakening process and gift to the world. He ascended as a master, right? And your accident was a grace. It is part of your awakening and will also be, when you are ready, part of your gift to others. It is a grace. It is a grace and a blessing. And just feel that in your body, the blessing of all this. Yeah. It is a blessing and a grace because it's bringing you to awaken in a way that no one else can awaken. And it is a grace. And just feel the blessing of it. Your body knows the blessing of it. Yeah. And I ask death to stand back and stand back from Adam. I ask death to stand back and stand back from Adam. And I ask death to stand back and stand back from Adam. And when the time comes, you may come back. Yeah. But now, as Adam awakens, I ask you to step back and step back And I'd like you to imagine Mother Mary and Magdalene, each on either side, and imagine how they are asking you to step into life. And in your imagination, I want you to sense yourself stepping from death and giving yourself space and stepping into life. And just stepping into life. Adam, it is time to step into life. Yeah. You do not have to live in death. You can step into life fully. And you have Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary on either side, and they will step with you. Notice how when you take a step, they have they're like have their arms hooked in. You know how you put your arms around somebody to support them, arm in arm, that kind of thing. They are on either side, and they are stepping with you as you step into life. You do not have to stay in death. You've been in death long enough. You've been in death long. And no matter where you go in life, Mother Mary's on your left and Mary Magdalene is on your right. And they are walking with you forward into life because you're being called. You're being called into your fate. Yeah, that's and death is behind you, and it is retreated back and retreated back. It's no longer upon you. It stands behind you and will not come forward until the time you need to embrace it. It's too soon, Adam. Yeah. It will not come for you in the night. It will not come for you in the night. It will not come for you in the night. Mother Mary's on your left, and Mary Magdalene's on your right. And they walk with you in life. And what are you noticing in your body?
My left my left side, my my knee up to my hip.
Yeah. So, where did you land on the accident? Do you remember? Why is the left side? There's something about the accident and your left hip and leg. Do you remember what happened or you know what happened?
I know the
And you may have no
exactly
memory, so, but I'm just curious.
when I was on the ground. Um, I don't know if I fell on my back or I'm not quite sure.
Well,
Um,
yeah, it feels like your left side, particularly your hip, hit the ground hard. Just feels like it hit the ground hard. So your body's playing out the memory of the accident. So it'll show where you hit or took impact, or you know what I mean? So if you don't mind, I'm going to leave my hand on the heart because it seems important, but I'm just going to put my other hand on your left hip. Is that all right?
yeah, yes,
Okay, so I'm just going to offer energy to the left hip. Yeah. Something's coming out of your hip, so we're just going to support it. We took away the being that was supporting the hip, so it's not surprising to me that that it hurts, because there's a memory of the pain of hitting your hip. That's why the being came in. So we're just going to allow this space, just offering it energy, just offering it energy and support. And I asked Mother Mary, who's on the left side, if she will just touch the hip and offer the hip some support. And this goose keeps quacking. I don't know what the goose is doing, but it's going, "Nah, nah, 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 nah." It just is so funny. Big white goose. There's something with the goose in the hip. I have no idea what that means.
he's my humorous cheerleader.
Yeah, he's really, he's really right there with the hip. He's been around, but he's really making a lot of noise with his hip. Yeah, there's a release. Good. So I have left hip issues, so it's kind of interesting. We sit here together with left hip issues. Mm. I had my left hip replaced. That's how bad mine got. So just we just say to your body, thank you for holding all of this pain in the hip. And
Thank
can
you,
you
body, for holding all of this pain in my hip
and calling my attention.
and calling my attention to you.
Yeah. And when you're ready, you can release it. It doesn't have to hold it anymore. And when
And
you're ready,
I release you
when
from my
you're ready,
hip.
yeah. I
And
ask you, you have been very courageous
you have been very courageous
in holding all of this pain and fear.
in holding all of this pain and fear.
Yeah. And when you're ready, you may leave.
And when you are ready, I ask you if you can please leave.
Yeah, you have all the support you need now.
You have all the support that you need now.
That was then,
That was then,
and this is now.
and this is now.
And I ask the pain to go back to where it began,
And I ask the pain to go back where it began,
at the accident.
at the accident.
Yeah. And I release you into that to that time and that place.
And I release you to that time and that place.
Yeah. Yeah. And just allow Mother Mary, the energy is flowing from Mother Mary's hands. It's blue, actually. I was thinking it was golden, but it's blue. It's about the color of your t-shirt. To let you know, that color is a healing color for you, by the way. And just notice that Mother Mary's hands are just offering a blue light of healing and soothing to the hip. And the body can take in what it needs. There's no pushing, there's no pulling, there's just an offering of support. Yeah. And the blue light is going into every part of the hip joint and just soothing it. It feels red to me. There's like a redness around the bone and the joint. And the blue light is coming in and offering support. And the body can take it in as it feels it can. We're not pushing it, we're not pulling it, we're just offering soothing blue light to the hip. Oh. Hmm. And the body in its wisdom has held this for you, and it no longer needs to hold it. And in its time and in its safety, it can release all of this pain of memory in the memory, and it can travel back to the accident where it belongs with such gratitude. Yeah. And the blue light is radiating into the hip and down your left leg to the knee. And it's offering the knee blue healing light. Mother Mary has one hand on your hip and one hand on your knee on the left side. And just offering blue healing light. And she's telling your body, you have been so courageous for so long, holding this pain. And when you're ready, dear sweet body, you no longer need to hold it. There's enough support here that it can be released when the body is ready. And it has all the time that it needs. Hmm. And Mother Mary's telling me that whenever you have pain, you can call her and ask her for blue light. That's what her gift for you is the offering of blue light. Hmm. And how is your chest feeling?
Feels a little more softer, and it's not burning as much.
Yeah. So you can ask Mother Mary to offer blue light to your chest. It's like a balm or a salve you would put on something that's burning. The blue light is cooling and healing. And just feel the blue light coming in softly and gently. It's not rushing, it's not pushing, it's just gently entering and offering support and offering healing. Hmm. And she's saying to me, she wants me to say to you, Adam, you are blessed. We know how hard it has been. We know the courage that it has taken. And we bless you as you walk into life. We bless you as you walk into life. We bless you as you walk into life. Yeah.
Thank you, Mother Mary.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the session coming to an end. I can feel it sort of landing.
Oh, this is glorious. Thank you.
And so so your body has a memory of returning to this panic. Part of it is before we work on something, you'll start feeling the symptoms of what we're going to work on. So I will let you know that will happen. It'll show up a day or two before, so I'm not surprised. Okay. And if you start feeling sort of that panicky feeling at night, you call to Mother Mary and have her come with blue light and feel the blessing of it.
Did they feel the blessing?
Yeah, feel the blessing.
I think just playing this back again tonight when I go to bed,
Yeah,
just to give me that support and that to bring that in because I could feel it.
yeah,
And I'm glad that blue light came in because I could feel that so much more than
yeah,
white light or golden
yeah.
white
No,
light.
yeah, she's not offering golden or what. I thought it would be golden because that's often what I see, but it was blue, and
Yeah,
it's the color of your shirt.
yeah,
It's
that's my
that color
this
blue.
is this is my favorite color. And every time I
Yeah,
imagine Mother Mary, I always imagine her in a blue garment and around her head.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I have a piece of homework for you also. So are you ready for your homework?
I'm ready.
So you need to take a crystal or an object. I don't care what it is. I use crystals, but you can use what you have. And I want you to say to that, and you'll hear this on because there's a lot in this session. So you may have to relive, but I want you to put death in it. I want you to say, I want you. So, like, for example, let me show you. I ask you to hold death for me. I honor and respect death, but I no longer hold death in my body. I want you to hold death for me. And you say it 3 times, and then you put it on your altar. And then every day for 21 days, and you can listen to this so you'll know again, for 21 days, and I'll write you a text with it also. So for every day for 21 days, you go to your altar and the object that holds death and say, I honor the gifts you brought me in the accident, but I no longer need to hold you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I
And you do it
actually, yeah, I actually have rose quartz. Um,
perfect,
yeah,
perfect. And then at the end of it, you say to the crystal, I release death, I release death, I release death. And then you take it out of the crystal, and death now it has its proper place. It's not in your body where you've been holding it. Death is so big to hold, and your body's been holding it since 13. And so it is. And so may I
So it
call the
is.
blessing field down for you before we end?
Please, please.
I call the blessing field to come for Adam, and I ask it to be like a warm spring breeze, fragrant, filled with blossoms. And then I ask that it bring him peace and joy and the means to walk into life fully as he can. And so it is.
And so it is.
And so it is. And so it is. Okay. How you doing?
As you could see, I'm laughing. This is how I am in my natural state, and it's just glorious to be able to, in the very beginning, feel just this dread the past couple days, and then feel a weight lifted. And that's
Yeah.
why I just cherish this time with you and everything, my guides and angels and that come through you to assist me until I'm able to tap into that and um, allow that. So these are just eternally grateful.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
as you make space in your own self, more and more of this will be accessible for you. You'll have a hmm, you'll have more ability to hear and see the Marys. As you open, they will have more access to you in terms of healing, and they will be your guides when you do healing work for others, whatever that means. I don't know what you're being called, and it's not clear to me what you're called for. It feels like some type of healing work, but I don't. But I'm not sure. It's not clear to me yet. So what's clear to me is each session what work we need to do. That's all. That's all.
That's all that matters. Yeah,
So blessings to you as you go on your way. Let me, text me if you're having any issues. Some stuff I can give you, and other things, well, you just have to do in a session. It's not that I don't want to help. It's just that it's better for me to hold the space for you.
sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
You have a wonderful evening, Adam.
You too, my friend. Thank you.
Blessings.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.